Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Learning English with Flor. If you're new here, my name is Flor and I do provide English lessons on this channel. Today's topic is super important. How do you deal with angry customers on the phone? If you have a job at a call center and you work especially in giving support in some sort of way, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. In this video, I'm going to share with you some tips that can help you when you are in this situation. I'm also going to share with you some very simple but very effective expressions that you can use to make sure that you sound empathetic, that you sound calm, and to make sure that you do everything you can to diffuse the situation and make sure you give that customer the support that they need. If you haven't already, make sure to check out some of my other videos and feel free to give a like and subscribe to my channel. Feel free to use the comments section to ask any questions about this topic or provide suggestions of other topics that you'd like me to cover on this channel. Again, thank you so much for your support. Let's go ahead and get started. So how do you deal with those angry callers or customers? The first step, and this is the first tip, listen to them and let them vent. Whatever the situation is, let them say it completely, however they express it, without you interrupting. So they've said everything that they've wanted to say, and they might have even said it not so nicely. Right after they express their problem, apologize. Here's a way to apologize. I'm so sorry about the difficulties you're facing. When you add the word so, it gives it a sense of sincerity. I'm so sorry about the difficulties you're facing. Sometimes you might hear people say, I'm sorry about that. But notice when I say, I'm sorry about that, it's very short. And oftentimes, the more sincere you sound, the better it is when you're facing a really angry customer. So here's this expression, I'm so sorry about the difficulties you're facing. Another expression to apologize is to say, I'm so sorry that this happened to you. I'm so sorry that this happened to you. Again, I'm using that so that I really express sincerity to the highest degree. You want to make sure that not only you choose your words wisely, but it's just as important the tone that you are using, that you're really careful to sound calm and neutral. So pay attention to the tone as I give you these different expressions. So once you've apologized, what's the next step? The next step right away is to show empathy. That just means that you understand how they're feeling. And sometimes it's hard for us to imagine, so we really have to think of putting ourselves in their shoes. How would we feel if we had to wait an hour to talk to somebody to help us? Just imagine the frustration that they've already had. And it's not frustration with you, it's frustration with the problem. Let's see this expression to show empathy. I completely understand your frustration. Try this expression and listen to the tone. I completely understand your frustration. Notice that I focus on the word completely. I completely understand your frustration. Another expression to show empathy is, I completely understand how upsetting this must be. It is another way to say, I understand what you're going through. And if you want to be even more courteous and you feel like it might help, you can end the statement by saying Mr. or Miss and the last name of the person. So here's an example. I completely understand your frustration, Miss Johnson. Again, this shows that you are empathetic, you understand, and you're being courteous at the same time by using these titles, Mr. or Miss. Okay, so you've apologized, you've shown empathy. What's next? Well, now we have to actually look into the problem to see what we can do to fix it. One thing you can say while you're looking for the information needed is this. You can say, bear with me while I look into this issue. The phrase bear with me is just a way to say, just wait a moment, let me look into this. Just have some patience. But you don't want to say have some patience, because remember, you don't want to say anything to cause the caller or the customer to be irritated even more. So this is a really safe and good expression that I think anyone would calm down a little bit, knowing that you are going to look into the problem. Bear with me while I look into this issue. Another expression you can use at this moment is this one. We'll have this sorted out soon. We'll have this sorted out soon. Sorted out just means I'm going to fix this right now. I'm going to fix it soon and get it taken care of. If there is a moment when the information is loading, you're taking some extra time, always thank them for their patience. Recognize that they are waiting when they've already waited a while to talk to you. So here are these expressions. I appreciate your patience. I appreciate your patience. Here's another way to say thanks for waiting. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for your patience. One of the things I've noticed is that it's just really nice for anyone to feel like they are being recognized and noticed. This also applies in these situations. So always make sure you acknowledge that they are waiting, they are patient, while you look into the situation. You want to provide assurance that you are going to do everything you can to help them fix the problem. So here's this expression. I assure you that I'm going to do everything I can to fix the problem. Doesn't that sound reassuring? I assure you that I'm going to do everything I can to fix the problem. Notice that I focus on the word assure. I assure you. And I also put emphasis in my tone. I put emphasis on the word everything. I assure you that I'm going to do everything I can to fix the problem. One thing that is really helpful to do at the end of the call is to apologize once again before the end of the call. We've gone and fixed the problem. You could say, again, I apologize that this happened to you. And of course, it's always good to ask, is there anything else I can help you with? If you want to see if they need anything else from you, you can ask them this. Is there anything else I can assist you with today? Is there anything else I can assist you with today? And just ending the call, this is an expression you can also use. I appreciate your call. Have a nice day. I hope these expressions are helpful for you to use in these different situations. And so I want to make sure that I also share some of the key tips that were helpful for me in this kind of situation. First, let the customer vent and say what the problem is. Don't interrupt. They need to be heard. 2, don't take it personally. Don't get upset. They are not frustrated with you as a person. They're frustrated with the situation. Next, acknowledge the person's emotions. Acknowledge by showing empathy that you understand exactly how they feel. And of course, probably the biggest tip I can share with you is to always remain calm and use a neutral tone when you are speaking. By using a calm and neutral tone, you'll probably be able to diffuse the situation quickly and give them the help that they want. Again, thank you so much for checking out my channel. I hope you liked this lesson. Make sure you press that like button and feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. Once again, write in the comment section if you have other topics that you'd like me to cover. Feel free to check out my social media and be on the lookout for those notifications for the next upcoming lesson. Thank you once again. My name is Flor. I hope to see you next time. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.